welcome back to Spiritual Selfish channel, guys, or welcome back to my Instagram mini live trading. And today we're talking all about, do you need to do the shadow work? Because I know so many of you are doing the work, are showing up, are working with your past and freeing yourself, but it is easy to get caught up in this healing trap that it's like never ending story and you need to do more and more and more. And on the other hand, you might be thinking, oh, I have done so much inner work, I don't need to do the shadow work, right? So, and then you actually, the third option is actually that you need to do the shadow work. So in this video, I'm going to be guiding you through a quick exercise that you can do so that you can identify, do you need to do the shadow work or not. So if you have a pen and paper handy, definitely go grab that. Let me see. Quick reminder before we do the exercise is that there's only 5 days left to join the free Your Shadow course as a beta tester. So a beta tester means that we're doing this course as a live program, actually, together as a community with coaching calls. You will get all the lifetime access to the course with all the updates, bonus experts, and obviously we'll be able to share your feedback with me on how, what would you like to be added to the course and so on and so forth. So that's exciting. Only 5 days left. And obviously it's a fraction of the cost that the original course will be. But let's talk about shadow work. Do you need to do the shadow work? When would you need to start doing one? And yeah. So if you haven't grabbed the pen and paper, go and do that now. So assuming that you already know what the shadow work is, if you're just landing on this video and you have no idea what I'm talking about, I do have a separate playlist on YouTube which is called Shadow Work, and it talks all about, is it necessary, what exactly is it, and there's a bunch of other tools in there. So, assuming you know what the shadow work is and understanding and healing your unconscious parts from the past, how do you know if you need to do one? So, if you don't have pen and paper, you can come back to this, but ideally, just really, first, let's take one deep breath together so you really can ground and tune into yourself. So, breathe out in your remaining air and deeply breathe in through your nose. Hold at the top and breathe out, right? So once we are in the present moment, relaxed, really tuned in, I will be naming different areas of life right now, and what I want you to observe is, how do you feel when you think about this area of life? Like instant, don't overthink the first reaction, the chemical reaction you are observing in your body, okay? And then if you have pen and paper, please put it down. If you don't, it's fine too. You still can do the exercise. And what exactly I want you to observe is this feeling that you are observing. Is it contracting? Is it neutral? Or is it expansive? Okay. So first area of life is money. How do you feel about money? How do you feel about receiving money? Money in general, money in this world. Does it feel like, ooh, I don't want to talk about it? It's like, ooh, I don't have any, Or does it feel, yeah, money is just a tool? Or does it feel expansive, right? So observe it, put it down. Next area of life, friendships and relationships. So relationships, I mean in general, with people. What do you feel like? Do you have good relationships in your life? Or is it a bit hard maybe to communicate, or, maybe you feel alone on the other side? So how do relationships and friendships feel for you? Okay? Got it? Next area of life is love. So it is romantic love and love in general, love between your parents and, with your family members, and love towards kids, like love. What do you feel about love? Maybe it's painful, maybe you're avoiding love because you have had some past experiences, right? Or you don't care, you're neutral. Or do you feel expansive? Okay, put it down as well. Next, business and career. So, what do you feel about career that you're in? What do you feel about your business that you're currently in? How do you feel? Right? Next is self-image. What do you think about yourself? Oh, I'm this person, I'm that, or I'm not good enough, or I'm amazing, right? Next is health. What do you feel about health in your life? Do you feel, oh, I'm not healthy, I'm that and that? Or do you feel pretty good about it, right? Now, once you've written all of that down, hey Matty, now once you have written all of that down, we're gonna take it one step further. In each of these areas of life, money, relationships, love, business, self-image, health, and obviously there are other areas of life. I'm not going to cover all of them, but in each area of this of life, let's talk. I'm going to name, for example, trigger. And do you have any triggers around money? Do you have any triggers around relationships? And, just put an X next to this word. You don't need to identify the trigger. Hey guys, I don't know what happened there, but my life just ended. So we're doing part 2. So where I left off, we were doing the exercise. So once you have all the areas of life, money, friendships, let me read that again. So money, friendships, love, business/career, self-image, health. Obviously there are other areas of life, but once you identified how you feel about them, do you feel contracting, neutral, or expansive in each area of this life? Now we're gonna take it one step further, and once you think about, for example, triggers and reactions, and you think about all of these areas of life, do I get triggered in any of these areas of life? Money. Do I get triggered by people who have money? Do I get triggered by people who don't have money? Do I get triggered when people give me money? Right? Just put an X there, or just write triggers. You don't have to identify the word, the trigger now. Just, we are understanding. Do you get even triggered? Or you react in some situations, in relationships and health, and so on. Right? So quickly scan all of these areas of life and note those where you notice that you are being triggered from time to time. Next, procrastination. Do you procrastinate in any of these areas of life? And for example, let's say love, romantic love. You kind of think you want to be in romantic relationship with somebody, but at the same time, you might feel that you're procrastinating. Like, oh, I don't know where I'm gonna meet them, or I don't know, I kind of feel a bit uncomfortable about it, right? Do you procrastinate in any of these areas of life to go after what you want? Okay. Next, talking down onto yourself. Do you talk down in any areas of life down about yourself? Oh, my self-image is not that. Oh, I don't have money. Oh, I don't have a partner, or anything like this. Right? Observe it, and pause this video if you need to write it down, to really fill it in. Next, and the last one is having either a wall up, or on the other side, no boundaries at all, right? So do you have a wall up when it comes to money? Do you have a wall up, like a protection, when it comes to relationships? Or on the other hand, you feel that people are using you, right? So it is basically, and once you have answered all of these questions, you will have a better understanding. Do you need to do the shadow work? Because if you're notice those areas of life where you get triggered, or where you talk down on yourself, where you are not neutral, or feel this expansion, because expansion means you're already in the higher vibration frequencies, right? So if you are less, I don't want to say less, but if you are kind of contracting and feeling this not so resistance, it means that your shadow is acting out in those areas of life, right? So it's kind of the different polarities of your human ego, your human condition, either having boundaries, or like having the wall up, extra protection, or not having any protection at all, right? That's either thinking that you are, the best in the world, or maybe it's talking down onto yourself, right? So there are obviously other symptoms, and there's so much you can go into it, like trouble communicating with other people. Hi, Oscar. Trouble communicating with other people, and just holding yourself back from fully expressing yourself. So guys, your homework, after this video, really sit down and tune into yourself. Observe how you feel in each area of life. And you actually can go also to spiritualselfish.com for your shadow page. You can find a link in my bio, and really look at the page and the pain points that are written down there, because it will help you to understand other symptoms, to understand if your shadow is acting out and affecting your present life. Okay, so let me guys know if this resonates. Give it a like if the exercise was helpful, and I'll check my last notes if there's anything else I want to share with you. The last thing is what these symptoms will be showing up as in your life. There usually are patterns that they are happening over and over again. Usually you take or you embody them. You might be saying, oh, I'm a shy person, or oh, I never attract money, or I always attract XYZ people in my life, right? So get really aware of what your behavior and experiences in life are. So once you watch the video, you have two choices. Either once you become aware of your shadow, if you need to do it or not. One is not to do anything about it, and I just don't want to work with my shadow. I'm fine with staying in my comfort, and you can go that route. It's always a choice. Or you can choose to, no, I'm gonna take responsibility and work through it and liberate myself from my past experiences and suppressed emotions, and return back to being conscious creator, right? Because everything you're manifesting and everything you are experiencing is not just your thoughts that you're calling in. It's everything that your vibration is, right? And if you decide to do the shadow work, you again have two choices here. Either you do it by yourself, right? Figuring out how to work with your limiting beliefs, your fears, and so on. But that's just mental level. There's also emotional level. There's also the physical level, all the habits and so on. And right, you can do it on your own, or you can join the Free Your Shadow course and do it together with me. And now, obviously, if you're joining now, there's 5 days you can join as a beta tester. So we're going to be doing it actually live together as a community, and we will have the group coaching call. So you will be really guided, really supported through this process, and you'll have such amazing expert bonuses like quantum healing, EFT, and a whole bunch of other stuff to really equip you and give you the tools so that moving on after the course, you know how to do this work. You know how to heal, liberate, and let go all of that past conditioning. Okay, so it's always up to you. It's always a choice. And if you would like to join the course as a beta tester and do it together with us, just head over to the link in my bio, or I'll leave it in the description down below. And yeah, just sign up, join us. We're starting 22nd of March, so next Monday. The enrollment ends this week on Friday. And yeah, I will be so honored and happy to have you in to guide you through this process. If you have any questions, by all means, just DM me on my Instagram. And yeah, I'll answer you any concerns if you need to do this or not. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, for tuning in, and I'll talk with you on Wednesday. Bye.